This is Paul. For each state that has any knowledge of the obstructing of manufacturing of water, yeah, it's deceptive and unfair to those that are consumers. Yes. Now, the agencies of the various states' authority to adopt substantive regulation, yeah, prohibiting any emerging scams, yes. And then a constricted scope that the statute appears to prohibit unfairness and deception, but actually applies to few businesses. Right. Now, a weakness in the remedies of the attorney generals. Oh. And then the remedies of the consumers can invoke, such as failing to allow consumers to recover their attorney fees. you know, for all the think tanks of the various industries, yeah, the problem is moisture content in the atmosphere. Yeah. For the states of New Mexico, yes, Arizona, California, Texas. I'm going to want all that evaporated water in the atmosphere. Yes. And you're going to buy the water, yeah, the electricity, and the salt. Now, for the attorney generals of each and every state that have a difficult time enforcing the Unfair and Deceptive Practices Act, yes, it's very unfair to consumers, yes, and very deceptive to obstruct my rights as a citizen to manufacture water, yes, because of the police brutality, yeah, the fraud, and the deception of the courts, yes. And I will have you put in prison. Do you understand? Attorney generals, yeah. Mhm. Now, I want it to be absolutely sure, yes. I'm going to email the documentation of the evidence of crime, yeah. And you're going to obligate the enforcement of the laws of the United States. And if necessary, I will have class action lawsuits in every state of the United States, yes, involving all the consumers that consume water. Because I'm going to make absolutely sure that the attorney generals of all 50 states will enforce a consumer's right to consume water. Yes. And that involves my right to manufacture it. Yeah. Now, I can add to the municipal water supplies of the hottest states of the United States. Yes. And I could say to every consumer, water your yard. Because I think right now, attorney generals, this unfair and deceptive practice of saying that I was crazy, right, because of police brutality. That I didn't have any rights when issuing protection orders. Yes, that I didn't have to have notice of court hearings when issuing a dissolution of marriage. I want all the attorney generals to understand. Yes, I will have you put in prison. I know! Now, if necessary, yes, I'll name myself as a lead plaintiff. Yes, in class action lawsuits of all the consumers of water in every state. Yes. And then I'll just take the assets of all the states. Yes. Because of your refusal to acknowledge the enforcement of the laws. So maybe today. I know!